Hi, this is Brandy Shampoo with Exploring Expression.
And that's Samantha Shampoo, also with Exploring Expression.
And welcome to Sunday, our very first Sunday at 7 of 2021.
Yes.
And can I just say, thank God 2020 is over.
2021 hasn't been all that great lately either.
Ah, but it is just beginning. It has the potential still to be the best year yet, to be magnificent. And that's what we're here to talk about today on Sunday at 7. Um, how this is a new year, but it can be a better you. This is the opportunity to live your best expression. To live your best expression, here in just a few minutes, I'm going to give you three tips that you may not be expecting on how you can do just that.
And I would like to point out that she did say New Year, better you. And normally the phrase that I heard all the time was New Year, new me. But it's not about reinventing yourself, it's about making the best of a situation to catapult you into the best you. You are not changing your personality, you're not changing who you are, you're just changing how you think.
It's all about perspective. And so this year, Exploring Expression is reaching new heights. So before we get started on New Year, Better You, and the three tips we have to help you make this your best year yet, both for yourself, your home, your homeschool, or whatever type of learning environment you have for your children and for your family. This is a year of learning and exploration and growth, and we're going to help you get there together. But before we do that, let's get the what is it? Let's get the stuff out of the way. Go ahead and share this video, like this video, um, follow us, hit our notifications. We're on all the social media. You can find us here on Facebook or on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram under at Exploring Expression. Um,
Are we
all
on
of
Twitter
those.
yet?
We are on Twitter.
I'm on Twitter too.
On Twitter too. We're not as active on Twitter, but we're getting there. So go ahead and do that now. We'll give you a second. Okay, that's all you get. New year, better you. So how are you going to make this your best year yet? How are you going to maybe you need to continue greatness. Maybe you need to recover from 2020 because if you're anything like us, 2020, um yeah, right? But how can you move forward into your best expression? So, the first tip we have the first tip we have on how to make this new year a better, more vibrant, um, more you version of you. Aim higher than you think you're capable of. Aim higher than you think you're capable of. Now, I read a quote once. I'm gonna butcher this quote. I'm just telling you, I'm gonna butcher this quote. But you might have heard it. It's if you think you can't, you're right. Let me say it again.
I've never heard this quote before in my life, so she was wrong about that.
I swear this is a quote. If you think you can't, you're right. But the flip side to that is if you think you can, you're also right. Sometimes it feels good to be right.
Yes. But in a positive way.
And so what we mean by aim higher than you think you're capable of is you will go as high as you think you will. If you think for this year, you know, let's say I'm a children's book author. I write lots of children's books. So if I walk into this year saying, this year all I want to do is sell 2 books, right? I'll probably do that. But if that's as far as my goal is, I'm selling myself short. You are destined for something amazing. Your family, your children is destined for amazing, but you have to aim for it.
Well, and it's not just about aiming for it either. You also have to try, you have to attempt, you have to make mistakes. I know during the middle of the year last year, I said, I'm going to paint. I'm going to learn how to paint. I had never painted before, other than, your Sunday school crafts. And was it ambitious? Yes. Did I paint well on the first try? No. But I got to the point where I paint and I gave them as gifts. I paint shoes and all of these things. I have grown. I have met my goal and then some, even though my goal was at the time so far beyond what I thought I could do.
But if you don't reach for it, you're not going to get it. Okay? So that was tip number one. Tip number one, aim higher than you think you're capable of. With that said, tip number two, and several of these were, I guess at least two of them, are part of a series I give called Survival Strategies for When Life Isn't Fair. And if there's anything that 2020 taught us, it's that life is not fair. Sometimes it's hard. What can we do? Hard things will happen. Valleys will happen, falls will happen, disasters happen. What we can do, tip number two, as you go in to 2021 for a new year, better you, I call it learn to tape the glass. Learn to tape the glass. So, why do people tape the glass? If you're breaking a window or bringing down a mirror or something like that, why do we tape the glass?
So it doesn't shatter and scatter.
Yes.
It will still break, and we do this a lot with hurricanes. People say tape the glass or board it up, and that's because it won't scatter into a million pieces. Yes, it'll break, but it'll be big breaks that are either A, easy to fix, or B, easy to clean up.
Yes. So that when disasters come, it's easier to recover. And what are some ways that we can tape the glass? We can maybe start a small savings. Maybe have our household management binder together. And as we go throughout the year, you're going to hear me talking more and more about the household management binder because we actually have one coming out that's perfect for this, based off of our family household management binder, which we carry everywhere so that when disasters happen, we've taped the glass and I can pick this up and I can know where to start to move forward.
And, she talked mainly about taping glass in the events of, I want to say, physical disasters. If someone gets sick, if there's a weather emergency like a hurricane or a tornado. But it's also really good to tape the glass, as she puts it, in case of mental emergencies.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I know from personal experience that having a safe space, creating a space just for you, that, sorry, that when these mental emergencies happen, when you have a valley of depression or anything, you have that space to just go in there and kind of break safely. And then you can use that space again to build yourself back up.
That's an excellent point. Yeah. Mental or physical or emotional. Take steps now, early, so that when things change, you'll be prepared to roll with the punches, so to speak, right? Because when you're aiming so high for greatness, it's not going to be a straight shot to the top. We want our children to reach for greatness, right? But we also want them to understand that it's a bumpy road to get there. And you may take 2 steps forward, 1 step back, 2 steps forward, 1 step back, but you know what? You're still moving forward. And that's the key to becoming a better you. It's we talk a lot about resolutions, and in the new year we're going to do this and we're going to do that and we're going to eat less, walk more, all of these things. All of these things. However, life happens. Life happens. And so, what we want to do is we want to aim not just as high as we think we can, but or as high as we wish we were, but aim for more for ourselves and for our children, right? Do you want your children to achieve here? Well, expect greatness. Expect greatness because they're capable of it. And then the second thing is while we're reaching and while we're striving and while we're getting to our best expression, while we're getting to the better you and the better family and all of the things that we want, we learn to tape the glass so that when the slips and falls occur, when the slips and falls occur, because they will, this is reality, because they will, it doesn't hurt so bad. It still hurts, but it doesn't hurt so bad, and it's easier to pick up the pieces. And that leads us to the third. I gotta get used to this new camera angle. The third and final way. Our third and final tip for New Year Better You. Give yourself grace. Grace. This is the time for us to learn, to grow, to teach, to share, and to help ourselves be our best with grace so that we can help our children be themselves.
And when you're talking about things like that, giving yourself grace, it's also really, really important to not compare yourself to other people. And I've
Yes.
seen I've seen this a lot recently, especially when the whole pandemic, when we were on lockdown. I saw a bunch of posts that had said if you're not learning a new thing, if you're not building your business, if you're not doing any of this, then you fail. And that's not true because everyone is in a different place. And some people can't build their business. They can't start a new hobby because maybe they're not financially ready, maybe they're not emotionally ready, and that's okay,
Maybe you just want to binge watch Gordon Ramsay,
which is what we've been doing.
which is okay too. Because, grace means, well, grace involves letting yourself relax. Because we all need to relax. Giving yourself grace in your homeschool. If you're a homeschooler, um, many of the people in our followers are other homeschool parents or are parents of learners, right? Because we're all about raising learners here, not just students. Give yourself grace that, you know what? We have this list of things that we would like to accomplish. We didn't get that done this week. It's okay. Next week will come. And we are early. We are just in the infancy of 2021. There's so much time for 2021 to be the best year yet. With grace and with understanding and with ambition. Ambition and grace. Those are two great words. Those should be our words for the month of January: ambition and grace. Because the opportunities to learn and to grow and to teach and to share are everywhere. So for this year, for 2021, you know, it is our challenge to you to look for those opportunities. Look for those opportunities to learn, look for those opportunities to grow, and share them. Share them with us, share them with each other, share them with your children.
And they don't even have to be big. I mean, it could start by you could start by making a new dish or changing up your favorite dish or your child's favorite dish. Or it could be reading a new book genre that you've never really gotten into. It can be small. The point is that you need to meet yourself where you are at.
Yes. Meet yourself where you're at and then take yourself into the future, which is going to be great. And that's it. That's what we have for today. So thank you. Thank you. Welcome. Welcome to 2021. And I hope to see you. In the coming weeks, we're going to be talking more about the traveling, exploring expression on the road, and taking you with us. Head over. You might be viewing this on our YouTube channel, but if you're not, head over there because we have some great videos and articles and great things coming up. And we can't wait to share it with you. And until next time, we'll see you later.